Welcome back to Math Zen, everyone. In today's video, we are going to explore adding fractions when they have like and unlike denominators. Let's dive in.
Alrighty, on this first screen, we are going to start exploring how to add and subtract fractions with like and unlike denominators. So if you look at this first example here, you can see that 2/5 and 4/5 already have the same denominator. When that's the case, it really doesn't get much easier. All you have to do is add your numerators, and in this case, we have 2 plus 4, which gives us 6, and then you keep the same denominator. So our final answer here is going to be 6/5, which sometimes you may leave it like that, or problems might ask you to break this down even further and convert to a mixed number. The way you do that is you ask yourself, how many of the denominator can I take out of the numerator, or in other words, you're dividing. You have one whole group of 5 taken out, one left over the denominator. So your finished answer here, all the way broken down, would be 1 and 1/5. Now, let's try one of these together here. So give me a chance to delete all this stuff here and erase it. And we're going to start with a different fraction here. We're going to start with 2/7. And we're going to add that to another different fraction of 4/7. And in this case, again, hopefully you're noticing that the denominators are already the same. Again, all you have to do is numerator plus numerator. So 2 plus 4 equals 6. And we keep the same denominator of 7. So your final answer here is 6/7. Haha, very funny. All right, now that you've had a chance to see how this works, it's your turn to try some on your own. Now would be a good time to pause the screen to give yourself an opportunity to solve these.
Let me try to figure this out.
All right, now that you've had some time to solve these, let's go ahead and see how you did. So for the first one, you should have done 1 plus 3 equals 4/4, and that's going to convert to just one whole. The next one, we would have 3 plus 6 equals 9/8, which is going to convert to 1 and 1/8. Then the next one, we should have 8/11. And our final one, we should have 2 plus 2, which is 4/3, which is going to convert to 1 and 1/3. So if you got 1, 1 and 1/8, 8/11, and 1 and 1/3, give yourself a pat on the back. Great job. All right, now it's time to take a look at how adding fractions that have unlike denominators work. So in this case, we have 5/12 plus 2/9. Now, if you go back to a previous video where we were comparing fractions and trying to rename them to equivalent fractions, I mentioned that kind of the lazy way to do this is to just multiply your denominators, which absolutely works. I don't want to discourage you if that's the way you do it. I just want to encourage you that there's a little bit of an easier way. So if you did 12 times 9, you're getting 108 as your new denominators. And I don't know about you, but those are way too big, way too uncomfortable. So what I teach my kids to do is I teach them to find what we call the LCD. Stands for least common denominator. And the way that you find that is you take each denominator and you list their multiples. Remember, multiples are just like skip counting. So we take 12, 24, 36, 48, and then 60. And then we do the same with the denominator of 9. We have 9, 18, 27, 36, and 45. I teach my kids to go 5 terms, and if you don't have a match at that point, continue listing your multiples. In this case, you can see we do have a match, and that match is at 36. So 36 is the LCD. And how we use that is we rename our 2 fractions, like we have here, and we just use 36 as our new denominator. You can't just magically snap your fingers, though, and turn a 12 into a 36. You have to ask yourself, what did you multiply that 12 by? Well, in this case, we multiplied by 3, which means you have to go to the numerator and do the same thing. So 3 times 5 gives us this 15. And this 36 as well, we couldn't just snap our fingers and make it a 36. We had to say, okay, what did I multiply this 9 by to turn it into 36? Well, 9 times 4 is 36, which means we have to do 4 up top as well. So 2 times 4 is 8. At this point, once you have your like denominators, all you have to do is add your numerators. So 15 plus 8 is 23. So your added fractions here are 23/36. I know that was a lot and it is going to take some practice, but you can watch this video as many times as you need to get it right. All right, now as I said, I know that was a lot to take in, and if you don't get it yet, go back and watch the beginning of the video. In this section, we're actually going to work one of these out together, and I'll walk you through it step by step. So let's pretend that we had the fractions 5/8 plus 3/10. What we're going to do, again, instead of doing it the old-fashioned way of doing 8 times 10 to get 80, we're going to look for an LCD. So I'm going to list all of the multiples of 8. So we got 8, then 16, then 24, then 32, then 40. And again, I like to go 5 terms and then use the second denominator. So now we have 10, 20, 30, and 40. And we can stop there because, as you can see, we do have a match. Now, we're going to use that LCD of 40 as our new denominator for our 2 renamed fractions. So again, like I said before, you can't magically turn denominators into numbers you want. There has to be a math reason behind it. So what did we do to the 8 to make 40? Well, if you know your multiplication tables, you know that 5 times 8 is 40, which means you have to go to the numerator and do the same, which is going to give us 25. So our new numerator is 25. And on the second fraction, we have to ask ourselves, what do we do to the 10 to make 40? Well, we did 10 times 4, which means we go to the numerator and do times 4 as well, and that's going to give us 12. So now that we have like denominators, all we have to do is 25 plus 12, which is going to equal 37/40. So our final answer here for 5/8 plus 3/10 is actually 37/40. Great job. All right, now that you've had a chance to see me walk you through one of these problems, it's your opportunity to see how you can do this on your own. Now would be a good time to pause the screen if you don't want to see me solve these. All right, now that you've had a chance to look at these ones on your own, let's see how you did. So 3/4 plus 5/6 would look like 9/12 plus 10/12. And that would look like 19/12. And when we convert that, it would look like 1 7/12 as a final answer. So if you got that for the first one, good job. Let's check the second one now. 2/3 plus 7/9 would look like 6/9 plus 7/9. That one was trying to trick you. You didn't have to do any renaming there. And when we add this up, you're going to get a final answer of 13/9, which would convert to 1 4/9. So if you got 1 7/12 and 1 4/9, give yourself a huge pat on the back. Great job.
Great job today. I know that was a lot to take in, but I promise, with a little practice, adding fractions is a piece of cake. Remember, there's nothing wrong with watching the video multiple times before you get the hang of it. That's all for now. As always, don't forget to find your Math Zen.